Hi, in this video I'm going to review Duolingo. For those not familiar with Duolingo, it's a language learning program. You can download it onto your mobile phone, you can download it on the computer, or you can just try it out. So it's quite easy to use, it's very user-friendly. So I decided to give it a try out and do something a little bit different, which is I actually decided I was going to learn English. And I picked French as the medium to learn it through. So I learned English through the medium of French, just to really see how it worked. So I went on the site, I went on to the French, I picked the French language, and then I picked my language, obviously Anglais, through the medium of French, and I could either start learning the language straight away, or I could do a little test to see what level I was at. Now this got really quite interesting, and I'm amazed that my French was actually good enough to support this, so I'm really pleased about that. But I went through the test and I got all green, you know, everything was green, 100% correct, and at the end of the test I got a little fanfare telling me that I got a really great score, and you know, I got 70% of you know, like I had a 70% achievement. It was either that or 69% achievement, even though I got every single answer right. And it invited me to continue learning with Duolingo. So I thought that was quite interesting for starters, that, you know, obviously I'm a native English speaker. I scored perfectly on this assessment test, and yet it invited me to log in, because at that point you would have to log in and get an account to do even more lessons. So yeah, that is something I think people should be aware of. You know, maybe some of these language learning apps, obviously they want you to choose their program. So, you know, maybe it's not just Duolingo that does this, maybe Rosetta Stone does the same thing as well. You know, you're going to be invited to learn the language no matter what initial score you might get. So I think that is a bit misleading, actually, because you know, it could lead people to think that they need to you know, continue learning even though, you know, they may be perfectly fluent. And because people aren't always confident in languages that they are learning, I think that might work against, you know, that might not help them to have confidence. So that in a way was a negative that I found with it. But let's go to some of the positives. It was very user-friendly. It was really easy to use. I think the last time I tried it, it really didn't like regional dialects at all. You could just lose a life for things like that. But now, instead of writing on a keyboard, you actually move words around. So the words are provided for you, you put them in the right order. And I think that's nice because you can do that on a mobile phone. And also it means that, you know, there is one correct answer and you are given the tools to provide that correct answer. So that's actually quite a nice way of doing it. The other thing I liked was the screen was easy to use, easy on the eye. And as someone who finds screen time a bit difficult because of I easily get eye strain, that was actually quite nice to use. The spacing of everything was nice. It was attractive to look at. I think I did actually learn some French as well, so that was quite good. Whether, I don't know how useful the stuff that I was being tested on was, you know, something like the books are in the library. It's probably kind of fairly generic for a language course, so I think that is okay. What I did notice, and this was kind of a bit of an ongoing thing from the last time I used it, there are opportunities to catch people out. And the one I noticed was in French, I was asked to translate that someone was the principal, and I was given a choice. There was a choice of words to use to make the sentence, and it actually translates as directeur, but the word principal was also there in the French version, and I feel that's a bit sneaky, because I don't think a test should be aimed at catching people out, and I kind of have seen this before with this app. You know, it's too easy to lose a life that way, and for me the last time it was not actually reading the question properly, so it had nothing to do with my language abilities. I know that sounds like well, yes, if you didn't read the question properly, but I translated something instead of writing what I heard, I think, or something like that. So yeah, there's that's kind of the main things that I found with it. But I have met people who've used it, and it does, the fact that you can put it on your mobile and you can practice it in a spare 5 minutes, I really like that. And the people I've met who've used it, it does seem to really help them, because it's something personal. I think they gain confidence, you know, from being able to do easy exercises on their phone, and it actually is very Moorish. It's quite addictive. You know, there's lots of nice coloured little phrases, and you just work your way through. And obviously, as you're working your way through, you get little prizes and rewards. I mean, I got 2 ingots and lots of crowns. I got so many crowns, and you can spend them in the virtual shop or whatever. So I kind of like that aspect of it. So yeah, that was my experience with Duolingo. Would I use it? I don't know personally, but that is just me. I've seen other people, they have had success using it. So yeah, overall I quite liked it actually.